How's it going, everybody? My name's Brody, and today I'm bringing you the first in a series called Community Spotlight. So CastingCall.Club's Community Spotlight. So here we're going to be interviewing people of the community, getting their perspective, seeing what they're getting up to, and just having a good conversation and a little bit of fun. Fun fact, I've already recorded this interview with Andrew. Andrew, aka Beta64, if you don't know his channel, go check it out. It's a lot of fun stuff, and it's kind of a breakdown of old school games and new school games. A lot of nostalgia. A lot of nostalgia. I watched a lot more of the videos than I allotted time for, and I got really behind schedule because it was just so good. Now, I hope everybody enjoys it. I really enjoyed talking to Andrew, and I think I'm gonna be getting a new shirt sometime soon. So, anyways, enjoy. Hello everybody, thank you for joining us today, and I'd like to say thank you to Andrew as well for joining us on the first episode of the Community Spotlight for CCC. So Andrew, thank you very much for taking some time out of your day to meet with us today.
Great. I'm very excited to be a part of this. Very excited.
Awesome, man, awesome. So one thing that I have to ask straight from the get-go, how did this come about? Because Beta64, it's been around for about 5 years now, and you've really upped your game every single video, I would say, because I watched some of your earlier stuff, and I watched some of the most recent, and it's the production value is amazing, and it's really something that's nostalgic to me because I think all of us really did grow up on Nintendo stuff. So yeah, how did it come about?
Beta64, it started out as just a way to have fun. Literally, I was just kind of like, I had a YouTube channel in the past a while ago. It was like a comedy sketch thing back 2009, I think. I'm not going to say what it is because it's horrible. But anyway, from that point, we had stopped working on YouTube. And then I was like, I want to keep working. I want to keep doing something on YouTube. So I remembered I had known a lot about the development of video games just from the fact of forever, I've always wanted to be a game developer. So I had researched other games to see how they were created. And I just was like, I already have all this knowledge about games development stories. Why not just make a video about it? So I did, and then all of a sudden people started watching it for some weird reason.
Yeah, and you have a lot of followers.
I forget how many I'm at. It's like 280,000.
Because you got that silver play button hanging at the back of one of your videos, or is that something you always include in the back of your videos?
Yeah, I try to. It was funny. I actually got that at 200,000 subscribers because they forgot.
They do that.
It was great. It was hilarious.
Did you reach out to them at any point? We're like, hey.
I had to. There was a point where they were like, I had talked to one of the reps there, and I was like, hey, by the way, I don't know if you know this, but I'm missing a silver play button. He's like, oh yeah, I guess we forgot. Okay, we'll send it over. Thanks. Cool.
That's awesome.
Just like, oh yeah, we'll send it over.
Now, you mentioned we a moment ago with that previous YouTube channel. Is Beta64 a one-man team? Are you a one-man team, or is it something that you are?
I am one man.
Wow.
I'm doing every single bit of the work by myself. There are some things that I get help from people, like the intro I have right now for my channel.
I wanted to ask you about that later, yeah.
That is made by, let me get his name right because I don't want to screw this up. He actually just messaged me on Skype like today. Nicholas Kagan. K-A-I-G-H-E-N. Nicholas. I call him Nick.
All right, cool. We'll get his information, maybe throw it on screen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Nick, he did the intro for it, basically hand animated it. He did like a little tweaking to some Mixamo models and stuff like that, and it's incredible. The original 2 intros I had before, which was just the spinning logo or the logo coming up, those were made by me, and they were awful. And then he noticed it and was like, hey, I can just make one for you. And I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
So really, other than that though, all the rest is just my work. I do all the research, all the script writing, all the recording, all the video editing, all the thumbnails, everything.
How much time goes into a video?
A lot.
Hours and days and months.
Days. I usually see the thing is I create a video basically once a month, and that's not because I'm like lazy or taking a break, or maybe I am a little lazy, but usually it's just because it takes so long to get the whole story, and I try to capture the whole story in a video, and it's a lot.
Yeah, I watched, because when I jumped onto your channel, the trailer video that you have currently is for Mario Odyssey, and From start to finish. I mean, I was just hopping around to try and see if I could find a little bit more information and get more familiar. But I watched that full 60 minutes, and it went by so fast, just like that. Like the audio quality, the production value, everything's there. You put a lot of effort into your videos, and it really, really shows.
Oh man, thank you. God, wow.
And
This has been the best interview yet.
Oh, well, how many interviews have you had? Don't answer that. Don't answer.
I mean, millions, hundreds of thousands of interviews. It's great. I can't link them to you because I don't know what they are, but you know, it's fine.
You heard that, guys. This is the best interview so far.
The best interview thus far in my career.
Well, thank you, Andrew. That means I'm doing a good job so far.
Oh, you're doing great. Fantastic so far.
Now, I actually... Something I'll touch base later is the audio, because just as an audiophile, somebody who listens to audio and works with audio all day, I want to talk about that later. But you said that you casted some of your work on CCC, right? Like, what is your experience with CCC so far? I know you casted it for a Zelda project.
Yeah, there was basically, I've actually always wanted to do voice acting. Like, that was my big thing. And I kind of started YouTube because I was like, well, if no one's going to cast me for voice acting, guess I'll cast myself.
Yeah.
So when I heard that there was a Zelda dub project for Hyrule Warriors, they were like, oh, just sign up for casting club. And I was like, no, what? I've never heard of that. And I got on there. I'm like, you mean there's a place that I can just try out for a bunch of voice acting gigs?
Yeah.
Yes. So I signed up for that. I put in everything I needed, sent in my auditions, and you know, it didn't happen. But that's okay. That's okay. There are freaking hundreds of different gigs that I could try, and I'm going for them. I want to do voice acting so bad.
You can do it. I mean, the audio that you had from, and again, I'm hearkening to the video from Odyssey. Like, it's captivating narration. It's not something where it's just like, and then the guy moved over here, and Mario threw his hat, and an eyeball.
That was
like,
my
whoa.
first video. Sounded like that.
Again, a massive improvements, right? You keep working at your craft, and it shows, and the dedication is there. So, again, shout out to you.
Oh, thank you. I always try to improve something. One thing a video, at least. You got to improve it.
Yeah, I hear you
and
on that.
It's paid dividends over the past 5 years.
Yeah, and you also have a Patreon, actually, too. So, link will be down below as well. Also, check out Andrew's stuff on Beta64. Interview's not over yet, but I'm just saying that.
That's it. The whole interview.
So for people who aren't familiar with what Patreon is, it's basically a crowdfunded supporting system, right? So you can continue to do what you do.
Yeah. Basically, YouTube is crazy. It's insane. We had the problem before where it was like advertisers were pulling out. Now we're having the problem of the adpocalypse, where they just say that your videos aren't monetizable, yet have a nice day.
Yeah.
And it's become such a thing that me and a lot of my YouTuber friends are just like, we need something else.
Yeah.
So everyone's pretty much created a Patreon at this point. And I was like, you know what? I don't know why anyone would support me, but I'll create one. We'll just see. And people have been nice enough. I literally can't thank people enough. They make things a lot easier on me. A lot easier than they could be. YouTube is insane.
Yeah, but I mean, that shouldn't be a discouragement for anybody who wants to get into YouTube. It's
Oh, no. YouTube, if you're going into YouTube, you don't go in it for the money. You go in for just what you want to do.
Exactly.
I went into YouTube for fun. That's it.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that it's my job and my small business. Did you know I actually made Beta64 a small business?
I did not know that. I was going to ask that later on, actually.
Oh, well, I'm just skipping ahead.
That's fine by me.
It was like, I think it was last year, I was told by someone, you should make this a business so that way, legally protected. You got it helps with a lot of things. And also, if you're sending an email to someone, you say you're a company, they're way more likely to actually talk to you at all. So I was like, I'm gonna do it. So in 2016, I don't know, sometime I became LLC. And taxes are a thing, but it's paid so well. I get so many more people to talk to, lots more interviews. People respect you more when you're a company, and it's been wonderful.
Congratulations.
I never thought it would happen. Starting in 2012 as just a for fun is now my first small business.
I gotta say, I'm in the same boat. When I registered my business, I was like, what? I never thought I'd be a business owner. I thought I'd just be an artist, like a painter or something.
I didn't know what I was gonna do. I just wanted to make games.
Yeah. And actually, yeah, you are a programmer.
Yes.
So, the interesting thing about that is I'm beginning to learn animation. And the things that I have to learn for animation, I can only imagine are tenfold for programming.
Programming is an art form. It's a, as I like to call it, it's a logical art form.
Yeah.
It's I'm actually, my major right now is computer science with a minor in game development. So I'm getting like both programming, computer science, as well as artistic kind of like modeling and stuff like that. It is, I way prefer to do art kind of like things. Yeah. But I've become so used to programming that I just can't stop programming at this point. I have an artistic mind that has to program.
Second nature, right? Second nature.
Yeah, exactly. But I love it. I make games just for fun, and that's my dream.
Well, maybe I'll reach out to you at some point to maybe do some coding for me if I ever need it.
Hey, if you do modeling, animation, or anything, let me know. I need that.
We'll talk about that off camera. My animation game is like, if the bar is here for somebody who is an average animator, I'm down.
Oh, there, I see it.
Yeah, it's all the way down there. My God, the things that I'm trying to learn.
Hey, you know, it's better to follow your dreams, even if it's hard and crazy and insane. You never think you're getting anywhere with it. It's freaking fun.
It is, and that's why I kind of wanted to pick it up, because there's a creative casting call that I host every month with CCC, and this video is probably coming out Wednesday, so hopefully I'll have the animation done by then, but I wanted to animate one of the things every month, right? And the limit is up to 60 seconds. So imagine trying to animate 60 seconds worth of content with not knowing anything of animation. My first draft was, yeah, it's a lot of work, but
animation is crazy. I know some people who do animation work, and it is more power to you.
It's very meticulous, which you can pass hours by, but then after the hour's done, you're like, oh, I animated 2 frames.
Yeah, it's like, oh, two whole milliseconds of footage.
Yeah. Jumping back to the production value of your videos, you said your microphone is what again?
Yeti Blue. Yeti Blue. I think that's all it's called.
So that is the
Blue Yeti. Blue Yeti. That's it.
Yeah.
Blue Yeti.
That's the microphone that I started out with, and I got to say, your audio is killer. It was much better than what I started out with, because when I first started, I didn't know about acoustics. I didn't know about, padding and how to treat your audio and all that kind of stuff.
I basically grew up knowing that. My dad is an audio engineer, and he used to work at Disney World.
Wow.
He was one of the first people. Do you remember the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular thing? It was like a live Indiana Jones show at Disney World. Anyway, long story short, he was one of the first people to work on it.
Yes. Oh, wow.
He pioneered like the whole system that they use for it. So I basically grew up learning audio and how it works, and he does audio mixing now too. So everything I know is about, if this was him, I'm there, but he's also really high up, so at least I know something.
That's really cool. So you have a really good support net around you for your creativity.
Yeah. Exactly. He taught me well.
That's awesome. Let's see, there was another thing that I wanted to ask here related to that. So actually, yeah, do you use any processes? Like, do you have a DAW? Do you have a digital audio workspace that you use, or is it just Audacity, or?
I just use Audacity, honestly. And before, like for podcasts that I do, like Game Club Podcast, my second channel I do with a few YouTubers, I use actually Adobe Audition, because I need to do multi-track recording. But when it's just something, when recording a video, simple kind of thing, I lied. I switched a few months ago. That's right. I forgot already. What I do now is I created my own setup in Final Cut Pro 10. So Final Cut Pro is my video editing software.
Right.
And it has the ability to record voiceovers. So
didn't know that.
I had a problem basically that I needed to solve in Audacity, where I would make mistakes in what I say, and then I would snap my finger. So that way, when I went back to edit my audio, I would see like a little, like a
spike.
Like a peak or spike
that
I could just edit out. Oh, is that what you use? Is that actually a thing? Because I thought I made it up.
It's a dog clicker.
That is a
So
smart thing to do.
instead of, I know exactly what you're talking about, and you ever happen where you just get bruises on your fingers?
Yeah. Sometimes you make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
So that's a smart idea. Dang. Well, anyway, I don't have to worry about that anymore, because what Final Cut Pro does is there's a button that you can press that while you're recording your audio, it will actually skip back and re-record it and add it to what it's called an audition, where it will take multiple layers of recording and put them into one track. And you can select which recording you want to use. Anyway, long story short, I have it mapped to the X and Z key. So what I do now is if I make a mistake, I press the X key and it will re-record that entire line. And if I do something I like, I press the Z key and it will split it and create a new line. So I have to do 0 audio editing now. It's beautiful.
That's really good. I might have to steal that for audiobooks, because the amount of...
I'm willing to teach. Basically, I had this problem so much because I was recording a video that was going to be my ukulele video. Is an hour-and-a-half long.
I heard about this. I haven't seen this, but I heard about this.
It was an insanely long video, and it got to the point where I was just like, I can't. There's no way I can record for an hour and a half at least, and then have an hour and a half of mad broken recordings. I need to find out something better. So I was just sitting in my bed one night. I was like, how can I fix this? And it just dawned on me. I'm like, Final Cut has that re-recording thing I can use. And I set it up with a key binding tool, and it has literally been a dream.
How far does it skip back though? Like in terms of, if you excuse me, if you have a longer sentence and then you make a mistake right at the end, if it goes back, like how far?
You have to go back to the beginning of the sentence.
But does it automatically, the X already do that, or? Yeah.
Basically, I'll press the X, and what will happen is you split the sentences or paragraphs. I usually do paragraphs with the Z key. So I have it where it's like I finish a paragraph, I press Z, and then it'll split it to a new one. And then when I press that, it'll go back to that point.
I love that. Oh my gosh, you're a genius.
It's called divine inspiration, I like to call it.
When you need something, it comes to you, that kind of thing,
it just
right?
All of a sudden comes, and it's been literally a dream.
That can turn, like, because I'm not sure if you're aware, but like an hour's worth of audiobook recording typically turns into at least 2 hours of editing.
I'm very aware.
Oh my gosh.
And the way I do it now, no audio editing at all.
I have to compose myself because that's huge. That information is massive. Everybody's gonna love to hear that. And
hey, I'll do a freaking tutorial video, charge $1.
I would gladly pay $2.
Oh, $2 okay,
for that information. I'm not gonna lie.
I said $2 actually.
Now you mentioned merch at some point. We were talking, and like before the interview, and you said that you may have some merch coming out.
Oh, so I started merch years ago. It was like year 2.5, 3, and I created my first line of merch on Spreadshirt. And I have learned that Spreadshirt isn't that good. It's just So there was one day that I was just recently, a few months ago, and that Amazon reached out to me because I'm also a partner on Twitch. And they reached out to me and they're like, hey, would you like to do Amazon merch? I'm like, yes, I would love to see what that is. And just like, so I went onto the website, I signed up for it, and they were like, yeah, we do all the printing, everything. You just upload your designs and we'll put it on Amazon. I'm like, okay, that works. I don't mind. So I uploaded one of my designs, and it's like, it's the best. It's high quality. I actually bought one.
Do you have? Yeah, bring it on over. Let's see this.
Let's see if I can find it. Boom.
Back to the beta. Oh, that's nice. What? Now that's not a DeLorean, is it?
Let's put in headphones so I can actually hear. So basically, this one was created by one of my Discord community members, Narfwin, and it's me going into an early version of the Starfox Spaceship. And it's back to the beta, so that's me. And then it's got an early dragon coin from Super Mario World 2. It's got an early boiled bill from Super Mario World, Krug removed from Super Mario Sunshine, and then my logo. And it is so nice.
That is really nice.
It's like, it's high quality print. I put this thing through its paces because I wanted to see just how strong and durable it was. It is amazing. The quality's good. It's cheaper than my old apparel was, and it's free Prime shipping and free returns. And
but you don't see the merchandise, is that right? So you basically just upload it. You don't have to take care of any of the printing, and then Amazon. So this is basically a plug for Amazon.
Yeah, basically at this point. But I mean, I do make a little cut. But
so you don't? Do you have to order anything, or like you just have it there?
It's all hands off. It's all hands off for me.
So people
Amazon takes care of everything.
Like, is there a link that they have to click on to get to your profile, or do they just search up back to the beta in the?
You
like
just search Beta64 on Amazon and it'll be there.
Wow. Congratulations on another. Wow, you have everything planned out.
I also got, it was Narfwin. I have my original design for just the logo, and I got 3 other artists to work on designs too. So we have one based on Luigi's Mansion, the beta of Luigi's Mansion, and I also have one based on an early version of Super Mario 64, and then I have one that's just the Beta64 logo in Super Mario 64 font.
That's
nice.
And
it is wonderful. And the shirts are $16.99 for logo, just the basics for logo, and then $20 for like a design and free shipping.
I think I'm getting myself a new shirt. I'm assuming they're comfortable, right?
Oh, they're so comfortable. I literally chose premium quality because this has to be amazing.
Just like everything else you do.
Yeah, and it's also one of like the extra long shirts. So I love it. It's I wear it every day.
Nice. Well, you get to promote yourself while you're walking around. Hey, what's that? Well, this is my company actually. Go check out the YouTube channel.
What's this? It's me.
Yeah.
It's me on my shirt. It's the weirdest thing.
Having yourself one. But you didn't design it. Somebody else designed it for you, so it's okay.
That's true. It would be a little weird. It's like, yeah, this is me, hand drawn by me, printed by me. It's all me.
Now, is there anything that you want to talk about that's coming up? Any upcoming projects? I know that you have a secret project coming up that you might want to tease about. And is that secret project game cartography by chance? Or is that...
Yeah, it is.
It's on your YouTube channel.
I know it's on it. Okay, so I released that teaser like way earlier than I probably should have, because it's like... It was like, full trailer coming soon. And the name of it is just like
sample1.mp4.
Yeah, I didn't even bother reading it. It's gotta be mysterious. It's gotta be all the mystery.
So what can you tell us about Game Cartography series?
Game Cartography is going to be, it's not like Beta64 and how it's not about the development really. It's about seeing games at such a low level that you know exactly how they're made. Like I'm trying to be vague for a reason here. Okay. But it's going to be about how exactly what makes up your games. That's the tagline. It's Game Cartography. Find out exactly what makes up your favorite games, and it's going to explain how it all fits together as like a puzzle piece. It's never been done before, to my knowledge. I did a lot of Google searching and a lot of YouTube searching. According to my knowledge, it has never been done before. And
are all of our favorite games going to be Nintendo?
It could be. Most of them are going to be Nintendo, just for the basis of how I do it.
Yeah. Okay.
It's going to be mostly Nintendo games, and a lot of them are going to be GameCube games, Wii games, maybe some Wii U games, but mostly GameCube games, because I love the GameCube.
I still have my old GameCube, actually. I never play it, but I have it.
Luigi's Mansion, Chibi Robo, Super Mario Sunshine.
Ho ho! Nice. You just need the hat now. Yeah, well, yeah. You see most of it all day, right? Because you work with it so often.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. But I can say this, it's definitely coming soon. Definitely this year, for sure. I know that for a fact. I've already tried recording it. And the way I was recording it was it wasn't what I wanted. So I'm going to be trying recording it a different way. And I'm very, very vague right now, but it's coming very soon.
Okay.
It will be soon.
Okay.
And I will say this: you're the first people to know that game cartography will change the world.
Big statement from a big man.
The whole YouTube will change. I'm hoping that it's going to be big. We'll see if anyone advertises it. YouTube is kind of a thing where if you make something new, you want people like news outlets to be like, oh look, YouTuber blah 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 is doing this new thing. That's what you want. YouTube is a game.
Game the system.
It's all one. YouTube is just one big game, and somehow some people figure it out. I'm still learning. But I think this one might just be exactly what I've been waiting for.
All right. Well, I mean, you've had a lot of success with everything else that you've been doing so far, so I expect nothing less, and we expect nothing less, surely.
Aw, thank you.
Now, any other things that you may want to throw in?
You ever hear of steamed hams? The meme steam hams?
No, I haven't actually.
No one knows it. Okay, why does no one know steam? Okay, for all of you watching, if you understand steamed hams when I say, please leave a comment down below and say #I get you, Andrew. And I want to see how many people understand.
Let's get it trending.
No one knows. No one knows steamed hams.
If I Google it, am I going to be able to find it?
Yeah, for sure. But I want only the people who haven't Googled it. You
Okay,
just know.
Speaking of ham, Hawaiian pizza, yes or no? Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
I'm sorry. I'm a basic guy. Pepperoni pizza. That's
Okay.
all I do.
But do you have any hate for people who have pineapple on pizza?
No. I have many friends who have pineapple on pizza, and we get together in harmony.
So you're all inclusive.
I am everyone gather around the table with your Hawaiian pizza. You put pineapple on anything, I respect you.
Cool. All right, well, Andrew, thank you so much for your time and taking some time out of your day and your college courses, and you're making your wonderful videos to have time to sit with us.
Have a time.
Hey,
have
a good time.
I'm always up for having a time. If someone says, "Hey, Andrew, you want to have?" I gladly take the time. So
Perfect.
I will be here for you. You just Skype message me and I'll be there.
Well, I mean, you're great fun to chat with, and I know your personality on YouTube is a lot of fun too. You have a lot of quirky but like really funny perspectives on a lot of things. So
I'll tell you this: my YouTube personality is exactly the same as my real life personality.
That's perfect.
I'm a dork. I've come to terms with it.
I don't think you could have run the channel as well as you did if you weren't. Let's say that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. All right, guys. So thank you so much. I will do an outro now. So
outro. Here we go.
Thank you for taking the time to watch the video. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you have any feedback, leave it below. If you want to see more content such as this, go ahead and subscribe. And there should be a video over here and a video over here that you might be interested in as well. Thank you for watching C3 TV. I'll catch you on the flip side, and I'll hear you later.